to the Academic Writing Amplified podcast. I'm your host, Kathy Mazak, and I have some special little treats dropping in the feed this week. So if you're listening to this episode in real time, then we are in our last week of accepting applications for the Navigate 2-week summer writing intensive. So basically, Navigate is my program that helps professors publish their backlog of papers. It teaches you a system that includes the 3 essentials to publish your backlog of papers, which are writing project management, time management, mission-driven time management, and a sustainable writing practice. Normally, I offer this program as a 12-week program during the academic semesters. But as a special summer treat, we are going to be doing Navigate as a 2-week intensive. And you might have heard about Navigate before. You might have thought, well, maybe this is something that I'm interested in, but I'm not sure. A lot of people have had questions. So this week, I am dropping a series of mini episodes answering frequently asked questions about the Navigate intensive and kind of about the Navigate program in general. So if you're interested in hearing those, I hope you tune in as they pop into your feed throughout the week. Our application deadline is May 8th. You can go to scholarsvoice.org/navigate and just hit the apply button to apply. Applications close May 8th. I'll be giving you more information about the program at the end of the episode. How does Navigate incorporate accountability? All right, so I'm going to get a little spicy here because I actually hate the word and even the concept of accountability, and I'll explain to you why. I think that accountability is giving away your power. So it is ceding your power to somebody else. And that is why I think it's actually bad to be always looking for accountability in other people. I instead think that the goal should be, the question that you should ask should be, how does Navigate teach me self-accountability? All right, so I'm going to answer that question, but let me just talk a minute about this idea of accountability that is sometimes sold to you in programs, in writing programs and professional development programs for academics. So the problem with, joining a program and then having accountability partners inside of the program is that you basically, it's great if you end up staying with those people when the program's over, but those accountability partners might help you within the program, but then everything fizzles and goes back to the way it was when the program's over. So to me, that is a crutch. What the true solving of the accountability problem is a couple of things, and we can call it self-accountability. But in self-accountability, there is also self-trust. So let me explain what this looks like. Self-trust means that you keep your promises to yourself, that you can trust that you will keep the promises to yourself. So if you put writing on your calendar, and you, in an effort to hold consistent writing times, and then you don't honor those times, right? So you don't write during those times, you do something else, then you are not developing self-trust. So we have to create and Navigate. Here's what we do to develop self-trust. I teach you how to create the conditions where there is space on your calendar that you can hold for writing. And yes, that means you're going to have to quit some things. You're going to have to reorganize your calendar. And we do that together over several lessons in Navigate. So because you are doing too many things. It is hard to hold that time. But just getting the actual time on your calendar isn't enough. You have to also have the internal belief that you can hold that time. So we also work on that in Navigate. We develop an academic mission statement. We talk about making decisions that are that support you, that support you and your work. And we develop that confidence and we develop that self-trust so that you can keep appointments with yourself. I teach you how to figure out how long it takes you to get a writing project done. And it's not a unicorns and rainbows discussion when we talk about that. It is like there are some kind of nitty gritty things and systems and tools that you can use. And then, well, all of it is, I think, like about systems and tools, but also it's like approaches. Like, how do I approach writing problems versus writing tasks? How do I decide how long it takes me to solve writing problems or complete writing tasks? Those are actually deep questions of self-exploration, and we work on those in the program. And I give you tools to find answers to those. And I teach you the different project management approaches that are necessary so that you can set your expectation correctly around that. And that's how you build self-trust. So instead of always looking for external accountability, where you are giving your power to somebody else and saying, please, you other human, hold me accountable. You know, you have the power to force me to do the writing, to go like over exaggerate it. Instead, in Navigate, what I'm teaching you is how to activate your internal power, how to get that inside power to show up for you. And then you have self-accountability, and then you don't need anybody else. Now, I do think that it is helpful to have community, to be operating in circles of supportive community, but having community that is like-minded, that is rooting for you, that has gone through or is struggling through the same problems that you are, is a different thing from accountability. That community we create inside of the Navigate program, and I'm sure that you can create that also outside of the program for yourself. But the program is not designed to provide you with accountability. Instead, the program is designed to provide you with the tools to develop self-trust and self-accountability. And to me, that is so much more powerful. Okay, if you're interested in joining us for the Navigate 2-week intensive, I'm going to give you all the details here, and then I'm going to ask you to go to scholarsvoice.org/navigate to get even more information and apply. So the Navigate intensive runs May 18th through 29th. We meet Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 12 noon Eastern Standard Time, that's New York City time, during those 2 weeks. In each meeting, it's a 2-hour meeting. Roughly half of the meeting is going to be training, where I'm going to teach you the 3 essentials with my lessons. They'll be interactive since it's going to be delivered live. We'll have time for coaching and questions. And then in the second hour, roughly, we will have co-writing time where you get to choose a focal project, which we help you choose during the program, and then significantly move that focal project. So whether it's an article that is kind of almost done, I call that a low-hanging fruit article, and you want to get it out the door by May 29th, you can do that. Or if there's some other project that you just really you've wanted to be moving significantly forward, you can do that. It is your time to write, but together with like the support of the community. Now, I say roughly because some lessons are a little shorter, some lessons are a little longer. I'm anticipating that we will have at least 45 minutes of co-writing every day, but we're going to see kind of how it plays out. All of the lessons, all of those calls are recorded. So if you are joining us from Australia or New Zealand or Singapore or someplace else in the world that is going to be late at night or too early in the morning, Or if you're going on vacation or you're going to go to a conference and you're going to miss some of the program, it's totally fine. Everything is going to be recorded so you can come back to it later. We are going to try to have everything up the very same day. So all the recordings the same day. So if you have to miss a couple days and you just need to listen to those recordings or watch those recordings at a different time of day, you can still keep up with the program. However, it is not necessary to do the program in order. Like if you come a few days and then miss a few days and then come back, you're not going to be lost. It's going to be totally fine. So the price of the program is $1,997, or we have a 4-pay of $550. Those are US dollars. That is the enrollment cost of the program. And the application process is, we've simplified it a bit. So you just need to go to scholarsvoice.org/navigate, find the button that says application. That's the page that describes the curriculum and has all this information about meeting times. There's frequently asked questions on that page, so you can read it all if you love to do all your research before enrolling. Fill out our quick application, and then we will send you the link to enroll. And then at that point, you can choose whether to enroll for the $1997 full pay in full price or the $550 payment plan. You can enroll with your own credit card, and then if you have university funds, you can get reimbursed by your university. You can enroll with a P card if it is under your limit, obviously, depending on the regulations of your university. You can have your university pay us through that link that you will get after you apply. If you have any questions or any problems with that, go ahead and send us an email at support@scholarsvoice.org. Our applications close on May 8th. And then once we close applications, there's still a week available for you to pay and enroll. So the enrollment closes on March 15th. So you do have a little bit of time. If you need to, you can activate your university finance people to pay for you to start with us in the intensive on May 18th. Or you can pay yourself as soon as you apply and are accepted into the program. For more questions, you can email us at that same support email, or keep listening to the podcast, because I'm going to be sharing lots of frequently asked questions and their answers right here all the way up to our application deadline. So I hope you apply. I would love to see you in the program. It is going to be great fun on top of being a wonderful learning experience that will change your career forever. So go to scholarsvoice.org/navigate and apply today.